Business Scene. Hey everybody, welcome to the Business Scene here at the Tulsa Scene Podcast. My name is Brittany HARLOW, journalist, independent news network here in Tulsa, Oklahoma called Verified News Network, also known as VNN. We essentially fill in the gaps that mainstream news leaves behind. That includes, but is not limited to business news. We love talking about business news, and that is essentially why I am a co-host here at the Business Scene with my esteemed colleague, partner, Kelly, right? What do you do, Kelly? What do you do with your life, with your work life?
So I help small businesses scale from the 1-2 employees to the 12 to 50 range. That's where I focus my time at. I had many years of my previous life in Fortune 500 and 100 sector of the business world, leading large organizations, pivoted more towards the smaller companies. They are a lot more exciting, I've felt like. They still assistance just like the big ones do. So I help keep companies scaling and profitable, key thing.
And Kelly is still getting better at talking about himself. Probably doesn't like talking about himself as much or just talking as much, but
Nope.
He's growing. But he also does a lot of work as far as in the coding development, data analysis.
Data
He's
science,
crazy
big data,
with
AI.
numbers. I am a writer and he is a numbers guy. And I think that's why it works out so well. Literally knows how to build amazing things with Excel. And I go to Excel to create lists and add them up. And that is pretty much my knowledge. And so he essentially tells me the great world of data that is beyond listing things and adding them up. But anyway, like I said, we're here, the Business Scene, and we want to tell you about all things business happening in and around Tulsa. We love learning about all facets and area of business, all different kinds of marketplace. It's all very interesting information. If you're just joining us, I'm pretty sure this is our 9th episode that we've done here at the Business Scene. And a majority of our episodes so far have been really plugging in to those local experts, interviewees, guests here explaining what they do, why they do, hopefully leaving you with a lot of information and knowledge about things that you maybe didn't know so much about, and especially things that hopefully can help you. But another thing that we wanted to cover here on this podcast, in addition to gleaning insight from industry experts, is to give you a well-rounded update every once in a while about other news that's happening in and around Tulsa that can benefit you in one way or another, because there's a lot of amazing stuff going on. And whether it's people telling us what's going on, we're hunting information from different chambers in the area, scraping the internet for all the local business news and reaching out to people that we can get for tips. And so that is essentially every once in a while, you'll have a little episode like this that kind of brings it all together. First thing, new business news. I love it. Broken Arrow's newest gym, Group Fitness BA, had their ribbon cutting on Wednesday. And so you're actually able to check them out from March 1st through the 14th during their free trial period. So that's 2 weeks that you go test them out. 71st and Lynn Lane. I gotta say, I started working out a few weeks ago. Been trying to get Kelly on board, not quite yet.
Nope.
No. He likes biking and swimming, and that's it. And that's okay. But for me, I love being fit, a really big part of my life. 2 years ago, I had a baby. I took a break, and I just been like, whatever. I was fit forever. I'll just slide back into being fit again. No, that's not how it's worked. I lost all that muscle. It's been really hard. I was really depressed that first week, but now a week, 2, 3 weeks later, I feel great. And I'm not even seeing any results yet. So if you have not, 2021, if it was a resolution or just something that you've been meaning to do, start working out. This is a great excuse to just be doing something. It gets easier the more you do it, and especially with the community. And that's why another reason why I always try to get Kelly to go for a run or do a workout of any kind, because it's fun when you do it with other people. It's torture, you're in it together. So he's shaking his head no. Okay, moving on. What's going on in Bixby?
So, Develop Bixby made a huge announcement on Tuesday. A brand new 6,000 square foot multi tenant development will be in downtown Bixby.
Nice.
We're told that a Brick Brothers Pizza, Bixby
Ooh.
Ice Cream Co., and a coffee shop will be arriving there in the late spring or early summer.
Perfect. So if you start going to the gym now, then you can, be ready to be getting some summertime pizza and ice cream in Bixby. And if you're not, then, you can hop on over there and then you can go to the gym after. See, they go well together, right? Yeah. He's like, no, I just want the pizza and the ice cream and the coffee, and you can go to the gym and I'll see you when you get back.
Nope.
All right. Next on the list, taxes. Taxes news.
So yeah, it's late February now, a little later than normal than last couple of years, but the IRS filing period is now officially open.
That's
so
right.
In case you're unaware,
2
the
weeks late.
IRS filing period is now open. Yeah, 2 weeks later than it has been historically, but you still have the same April 15th deadline, so it's just compressed down.
That's
so
right.
We had a excellent accountant on to discuss this more in detail a couple episodes ago. Episode 6, 7, right in that range.
Just watch them all. You'll find them. Great information. And of course, disclaimer, we're not tax experts. This is not the best way to get tax advice. If you are looking for some in-depth, personalized, specialized information, you really need to go to a CPA that you trust, your trusted tax professional that can go with your individual case and help you with that. And other tax news regarding unemployment. Obviously, a lot of people on unemployment last year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The Unemployment Office, Oklahoma Employment Security Commission, they launched a dedicated hotline and online virtual agent to assist Oklahomans who have questions regarding the 1099-G tax forms that you would have received in the mail from the OESC. So obviously a lot more people getting those forms. What does it mean? Pretty sure, again, don't quote me, but I'm pretty 99.99 sure that unemployment that you have received last year, it's not taxed. Like you don't owe taxes on it, but it does count as income. So again, follow up with your tax professional to make sure. In other business news, Premier Logistics in Tulsa, one of 5 Oklahoma companies to get some of the $500,000 in grants for sector partnerships awarded by the state. Their website says they're an asset-based logistics company with 400,000 square foot of indoor warehousing and 20 plus acres of outdoor storage. So this is not a small logistics company. Premier is a huge logistics company, and their project could benefit you. And so the way that it was written out after it was awarded, letting people know about it, to develop, quote, career exposure and training for logistics, supply chain, and transportation jobs. So keep a lookout for them. Opportunities there if you need a job after maybe potentially being laid off or unemployed, as we had mentioned before. What else do we have? The last category on our news roundup today is the real estate market. Let's get some real estate news. What do you have, Kelly?
Yeah, so if you're looking for a job, you might be looking for a house as well. So you might have noticed that buying a home is hard right now. Well, why? Because there aren't many for sale. Less than 200 homes are for sale in the Broken Arrow area specifically.
Less than 200 homes. That is crazy. And we spoke with Hearth Homes Realty is actually one of our business associates here in BA. They say that homes are flying off the market as soon as they are listed. So obviously there is a lot more people looking to buy right now than are selling. So if you're selling, that's great. You can get the best offer. You can maybe linger around. There's a lot of people that are wanting to buy a house right now, but there's not a lot of houses available. And I remember it was really hard. It was hard on us. And of course, if it's hard on you, then you're probably being hard on your realtor. But even before COVID had happened, we, getting a starter home had this problem so much with we would fall in love with a house and we would like, this is it, well, let's negotiate a little under. Let's see how this is going to go, making an offer. Let's, play this game. No, there was no game to be had. These houses, and this is again before COVID, flew off the market even before we could really talk to them at all. They were like, oh, we checked out the house and then, oh, it's pending a sale. Or we would be like, can we go look at the house? No, it's gone.
Yeah.
So it was
listed and
heartbreaking.
Listed and accepted the same. Absolutely
Yeah.
the same.
And I can't imagine what it is like now. So just be patient, have grace and with your realtors and everyone that's, working with this process. But it is just really, it's going to involve a lot of luck. And obviously, if you love a house, there's no room for negotiation. So I would recommend, we paid full asking price and we covered closing costs.
Make a strong offer is the statement you're looking for.
Yeah. And it's hard too because you can't, especially unless you're buying a house with cash, if you got, $200,000 lying around, it's okay that you can pay above the asking price or what it's valued at. But if you have a house that you love and you're getting a loan for $140,000, you can't pay $145,000 because the bank is going to lend you more money than it's appraised for. So a lot of people that is taken into account because, again, you can't just borrow any amount of money. You can really only borrow for what the house appraises for. And so that is another big problem. What can you do? I don't know. Here's some extra tidbits. We literally wrote letters to the people that we were asking for, showing a picture of our beautiful family. Like, please consider our beautiful family to, raise our children in this house, because that makes a difference. We didn't go all out crazy sending fruit baskets and, gifts and stuff, but that is something that has been done and people are doing. So I don't know, that might be worth some research alone if you're looking to get a house. But what else about real estate can we talk about here?
Additionally, interest rates are still down. If you're lucky enough to snag up a home, you kind of qualified at a great time because interest rates are still very low compared to historicals. So
and they're about to, and speaking with our realtors, I believe they said that they're expected to stay that way at least until April. So that'll be good, at least till the second quarter of the year. And so that also might be a good time to refinance your house, right? If you haven't done so already, or if you're looking for ways to save money, obviously, the interest rates are probably lower for a lot of people than when they initially got that loan. So I know a lot of banks are trying to jostling to get you to come over to a lower interest rate with someone else because they are so low right now. But then again, if you've recently switched to being self-employed, you have to wait until you file your taxes for 2020. So that's something that is new to us as being self-employed. We're trying to refinance, but to kind of prove that income and to be able to actually start that refi process, you have to, you've had something happen in the last year, like starting a new job, becoming self-employed, whatever it may be. That filing that tax return might be an important part of that equation. So kind of coming full circle into that. But thank you guys so much. We hope that you've got some update on a lot of different areas and a lot of different markets as far as business is concerned. If you have some news that you want to share with us that you want told on the business scene here at the Tulsa Scene Podcast, send me an email, bharlow@verifiednews.network. You can check out more information about our news and our program and what we're trying to do as far as independent journalism at verifiednews.network. Kelly, how can they get a hold of you?
Through you. I am a social ghost. So.
That's right. If you want to get to Kelly, email bharlow@verifiednews.network. Thank you guys so much for listening in. We have a great schedule of guests that are going to be appearing the next several weeks. If you want to be a guest, I've already said my email address twice, but third time's the charm, bharlow@verifiednews.network. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Brittany.
And I'm Kelly.
Here at the Business Scene, your source for all things connected to the Tulsa business scene.
Know someone or a local business you think should be featured on the Tulsa Scene podcast? Head to www.thetulsascene.com and let us know today.